Hi, this is Ani Day Trades on StockTwits and Twitter, and daytradingwithani.com on my blog, where you can find out all sorts of things about me, my opinions mainly. But here we go on the Dow Jones Industrial Average Chart Weekly Outlook for the 18th of March. And let's take a look where we are currently and where we can be headed. On Thursday, 14,539.29 was the new high, and on Friday we tested it and pulled back. Notice though that we only pulled back to this weekly trend line right here that we have taken out, of course, before to reach these new loftier highs. That's the weekly trend line right there. This is the monthly channel. Okay, so we are going to be heading somewhere, of course, in between, and as to how soon is the real question. I started drawing this couple of these channels here that are possible trajectories going higher, and one of them is this more sharp incline, and that is actually coincides with this bottom right here, so it has some validity. As you can see that we might be on a pullback. There could be a possibility of testing that. I mean, that would have to be a very severe pullback at this point, obviously. So what we are looking for here is how fast that can break through this shallower channel, which is right here, which I drew as a more right now it seems like that we're traveling more on that trajectory. However, for that I ignored this possible false breakdown and this double bottom right here, or almost a triple bottom actually, and therefore I am looking for this to possibly continue on with lesser volume but keep pushing higher. The tests would have to come back down to this this weekly trend line, and of course back down to the previous high, which would not be really out of the ordinary, or I should say out of question. It can happen. So the first line of quote-unquote defense would be this compression that we had for a couple of days before this new breakout. So that would be the first watch on this pullback, and then the next one would have to be really down to near to the previous high. Notice that on Friday we had a very high surge in volume right here, not just to the OPEX, but I do think that there's some fear in this market, and that fear is what sometimes surges the volume. So because of that, we cannot be sure as to when and how severe this pullback will be when it happens. One thing for sure, everybody's expecting it, and when everybody's in that parade, it perhaps is time to become a spectator. So keep that in mind. Consider it as you're moving forward. Watch this trend line right here. Watch this channel trend line right here, and see if we can break through it. And if we do, then we're looking at the next high around the 14.6, and of course not far behind it, where if we break through, we're going to be moving higher to the 15th, near the 15,000, like I've been talking about before, and actually above. I think I said 15,324 is where we'd be fairly rapidly rising, and so that would be on this line right here. Okay, then let's take a look at the SPX and see how that looks, which has been following along, and everybody's basically waiting for it to do that breakout and to make that new high, and perhaps that will be the signal for the pullback. Now there's that again, everybody's waiting for something, and then either it's going to be happening because they are waiting for it, or because it is a natural thing for it to drop back down and start testing below. Okay, so let's once again, this one right here, that's a monthly, of course. So if you look at it on a daily basis, this too has this double top, and it might have a test right here at the right about this level at 1556.60 area. And then we have the NDX which is the next one to look at. And I have been talking about this Head and Shoulders forever, and maybe it seems like forever, but here we go. We broken above there. It's still not out of the realm of this being the right shoulder. So that's my opinion. Trade it well and carefully. As always, happy St. Patrick's Day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.